I am Titus, and I'm a freshman in high school.
My name is Eva, and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Noah. I am a senior in high school.
I'm Jordan. I'm in the 8th grade.
I'm Connor, and I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Jasmine, and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Tucker, and I'm in 8th grade.
Maggie, I'm in 8th grade.
One thing I enjoyed about Project Respect being in my classroom is it really got me thinking about my future and my goals for myself and what I need to do to achieve those goals.
I really enjoyed when Project Respect came because I got to learn a bunch of new things that I wouldn't outside of school.
One thing I liked about Project Respect coming in is I really like routines, but in a school day it kind of gets boring doing the same thing over and over again, so it added something to add a little bit of excitement to my school day.
I liked Project Respect coming into our classroom because I think it was just like these messages that we've heard different times from like our parents, but it was being reinforced from different people, so it wasn't just one thing that our parents told us, but that's strongly encouraged by a lot of different people at the same time.
I liked Project Respect coming into my classroom because it was more hands-on and the teachers really interacted with you and gave you a good understanding of what they were trying to teach you.
One thing I learned when Project Respect came in was how sexually involved people are in high school. I just didn't know that before, and it kind of helps me to keep my head straight and stay on the path I want to stay on.
Project Respect coming into our classroom just kind of reinforced to us how important it is that we make our decisions for ourselves, that we don't follow what other people are doing, and that we don't kind of submit to what our partners are telling us to do, that we set our own boundaries for ourselves and set our own what we want for ourselves and not just kind of go along with what other people are doing.
I learned in Project Respect that a lot of sexual activity is social media driven, such as whether someone gets a direct message and that starts something, or a like, or how girls position themselves in photos, and that's really opened up how social media really does drive a lot of sexual activity.
One thing I learned about Project Respect coming into our classroom is that setting boundaries for myself and respecting myself, and like how if I made a bad choice, how the consequences would come in, and it made me rethink stuff.
I learned a bunch of things when Project Respect came, but one of the main things that I learned is that there's a bunch of different consequences that most people don't think of, mentally and physically.
With Project Respect coming in my classroom and talking to me about my future relationships and future goals, it showed me that if I want to do what I want to do when I get older, I need to stay away from the things that are bad and set goals to achieve what I want to.
One thing I learned when Project Respect was in my classroom was you really have to watch out with who you're around and like what they're doing and what they have with them, because influences can be a big part of your life and they can ruin your goals for yourself really quickly.
When Project Respect came in, it changed how I think about my future because it made me realize that it's important for me to make my own decisions and not let anyone else, because they don't know what's best for me, and like making my own decisions will be a better outcome for me in the end.
Project Respect has really helped me out because, well, I was always raised in a Christian home. My dad's a pastor, so people would probably assume that those struggles and temptations weren't there, but they're just there like they would be for any other kid. So it's really helped me. It was a healthy reminder to stay on the right path and choose abstinence.
I think that Project Respect has helped initiate many goals into my life, such as I want to date for the right reasons, I want to be committed, I don't want to mess around with all the other garbage, I just want to be focused, and I want to go to the end goal, which is eventually marriage.
I think hearing the abstinence message is really important to kids our grade because I feel like there's a lot of voices. Our parents always tell us, should always tell us how important it is to wait on these things and to not do some of these things until you're ready. But I think having it just told to us again by people that maybe have a different outlook on it and aren't just your parents but are just people that want what's best for you in general, coming in and telling these things to you, to kind of shut down these like social media messages and messages from celebrities that aren't doing these things that we just see constantly. Just having another voice telling us how important it is to make these choices that can really affect our future is something that's really important to kids our age.
I think it's important for kids our age to hear the abstinent message because their parents may not talk to them about it, or they might not understand what their parents are trying to tell them. So with Project Respect coming in and telling them, it just helps them to understand get a better idea of what it means and why it's so important.
I think it's important for them to hear the abstinence message because if they want questions or answers, they usually will go into the internet and find wrong facts. Instead, at school where Project Respect is there for them, they will give them true facts and they will know what the consequences are to their actions.
I think it's important for students my age to hear the abstinent message because it may seem like a cool thing to do and it may be giving you the popularity vote, but it's not helping you in the long run.
My life changed when Project Respect came because I was really encouraged to talk to my parents about things that I wouldn't normally talk to them about. I think it's really important for kids my age to hear the abstinence message because, as for most things, when you hear them multiple times, you're more likely to do them, and it's really important with a topic like this.